Sandra is there. Good evening.
Quite a number have logged in.
Yes.
You can see all of them.
Meera is here. Good evening.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening. Good evening. So nice to see you all in time, and a lot of people are before time. That's great. Sonia, Pita.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Godwin is there. Godwin. I have not seen Godwin. So we'll see.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening. Ernest also is there. Yeah. So where is this Ashish and all? They have come. So we have some couples from Amravati also. Amravati se bhi kuch couples hai.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Jai Shri Father ji.
Jai Shri. Jai Shri.
Yes.
Jai Shri. Jai Shri.
Good evening, Father Savasti.
Good evening, Swami. We have Reverend Father R.A.Q. Swami from Amravati Diocese. He's also the in charge of the marriage preparatory course there, family apostolate in Amravati.
Okay, good.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening to you.
How many
And-
couples, Swami?
4 couples are there.
4 couples, okay.
One from Amravati and
Yeah.
2 from Amravati, 2 from Paratwada.
Okay, okay.
Father, generally, what's the size of the MPC? How many couples generally register?
About 40 couples. That will be about 80.
People, participants.
Yeah.
So looks like everyone's come. Should we begin, Father?
Yeah, I'll just give me 1 second.
Santosh. You joined? You just click, let us.
I clicked.
Downloading.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hi, Ashish Rose. Hi.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Francis.
Hi.
Yeah. We can begin.
I think Father is not coming.
He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, Father.
Good evening. Good evening. So Francis will begin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to say a few words. I'm really happy in a very short time as our marriage preparation course is going to be held in November, first week. I was a little nervous whether courageously to start with what we have seen. So, but then I had no help. So this is how God has provided both of you in spite of your busy schedule. And you are here with us. And I'm happy to tell also that we have so many couples who have joined us. I was feeling when I had only one or two couples, I was trying to get more and more couples. But now is the right time, I think, has come. And you are also very generously willing to give your time. That's a great support for us. And I wholeheartedly welcome Francis and Christine and all my dear friends. And we will begin this with a prayer. Yeah. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not
Lead
into
us not
temptation,
into
but
temptation,
deliver us from evil.
deliver us
Hail
from
Mary,
evil.
full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of our womb, Jesus. Holy Mary,
Holy
Mother of
Mary,
God,
Mother of God, pray for us
pray
sinners,
now and at the hour
now
of
and at
our
the hour
death.
of our death. Amen.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it
As it was in the beginning,
now
now
shall
and
be,
ever shall be, world
world
without end.
without
Amen.
end. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
So over to Francis.
Okay. Very warm welcome. We are really happy to see so many couples.
You just mute Father.
Okay. Okay. So we are really happy to see couples. And my dear couples, I want to tell you all that we are in that marriage preparation course, the family ministry. We have been there from the last 10, 12 years. And what we have noticed is what we have given, we have got much more in return from the Lord. So remember that when you are in this ministry, is the most blessed ministry I can say for married couples. Okay, God will work wonders for you all. Really work wonders. You all have to put in 100%, and God will give you 200% back. There's no 200%, but He will give it to you. Okay, so this is what you all have to look at. And the second thing is that when we give a talk, we are called to live out that talk. We cannot give a talk by making it a sermon or a bhashan. Okay, a talk should be something that we should feel something within us, and the participants who are listening to us, they should feel something inspiring from there. We cannot move to a very long talk. There should be some action also in it, where the participants feel. Basically, our talks are called catalyst. So what we do is we start a little bit of fire in them. As we are talking now, suddenly they start getting some questions, and then we give them something to write. So our talk should be connected to that what we have given them to write, where they can mutually discuss. So the basis of all this, there is a concept and there is an objective. So every talk will have an objective. So when we start the first topic, generally we start the first topic by saying that who we are, because couples come from different backgrounds. So, the boy may come from somewhere, the girl may come from somewhere. The boy may be eating veg, the girl may be eating non-veg. There are many differences, how they are brought up, how they are educated, how they are living. So first they have to understand who they are, and only then they will be able to understand the other. So for this, we have to have a concept when we speak, what we are speaking about, and there has to be objective. Objective will be after the talk, the couples themselves feel they want to know more about each other and they have known something about themselves. That would be the objective of the first talk. Okay. So the first talk goes like who I am, or self-discovery of ourselves. And it starts with being like we all are unique, right? God created us unique. So in his own likeness, but he has created us different. So we have to understand that, and we have to say how whatever are the drawbacks, we are still a child of God. We are a gift from God. And then we give them after that a personality exercise. So this exercise basically gives them a thing about who they are, like whether like the personality exercise would have some questions like there is a B C D, or we have achiever, authoritative, people oriented, calm, and thorough. So generally we don't put them in a block, but just to understand, basically we have someone like authoritative. So in that we may have 4-5 challenges there. Are you this? You want things to be done fast, and you want things to be done your way, or are you very calm and you want to take time to think about something? So like that we give them questions, and then we tell them where they stand. And as the couples exchange the papers, they come to know that one may be authoritative and other will be calm. Sometimes the both of them will be calm. Sushegat, thanda dimag wala. So you have to make them understand where they are first of all, who they are, and how they are as a couple, the couple combination. And then as they are into that, they come to understand that they come as a couple. There will be differences because of their own personal styles. Then we have to take them towards God. How God has created you. He has created you for love, and how to know our true self. Okay, how do we know our true self? Our true self because God made us different, right? Man and woman. So then we have to take them through the process how a man and a woman is different. So they understand, other man would always want his way and woman will always want, and both want to understand what is going on. So we want them to understand how a man and a woman is different.
Okay, so hi everyone, and just to reiterate what Francis said, we've been married for, you're going to guess how many years? I think Rose and Ashish know.
You can't answer, but
y'all can unmute. We have an interactive session, okay? So
yeah, so need not just listen to us.
because we will also learn so much from you all. It's not that we know it all, but because we've been so. Yes.
20 years.
Sorry?
25 years?
Dada bola 20 years.
Wow, yes, 25 years.
Yeah.
25.
We just celebrated our 25th anniversary.
Congratulations. Yes.
Godwin, who answered, is now going to celebrate his 25th anniversary.
Oh, that's why. Yay.
It's always very exciting when you're doing something. I mean, like you're achieving it. 25 years is not a short time.
Yeah, absolutely. And through the
You don't look like Francis and Christian. 25 years.
Thank you.
You don't look like.
Yeah. So when we are called to give him the course, we tell all the couples around that we do not call ourselves resource people. So we have to remove that tag, we are resource people or we are animators. We are nothing of that sort. We are couples journeying with other couples. We have not reached there. Even though we are standing in front of them, we have not reached there because marriage is a journey. There is no end to it till we die. Correct? And we'll be always learning. After 25 years, we are not that sure that, we have learned everything in life. There is always every day a new discovery as a husband and wife.
Yeah. So also, since the time we've been in the ministry, we've realized, as Francis said, a lot of blessings and our relationship has grown stronger. So honestly, sometimes we think that we as a couple are benefiting more than the participants.
True.
And I'm sure you all will also discover when you all give yourselves in the ministry that your couple relationship grows much stronger, because as you prepare each talk, as you're, revising it each time you give it, your love for each other increases. You're reminded of what they're supposed to do. It's easy to preach. It's very difficult to practice.
Yeah.
And we fail at times, then we remind ourselves that, oh, no, we have to do it this way.
Yeah. And there's a takeaway for the priest also, all the priests who are there. There's a takeaway for them because all our priests become a part of our family. Sunday, as you are giving the sessions, you feel that you are become a part of something special where you are giving yourself, you all know each other very well. And as you journey, you'll find the priest also become a part of your family. You'll find the priest also everywhere, and the priest will be missing you most of the time. So yes, the priests also have a benefit of being with our group as couples and as families.
So our primary responsibility in this ministry is we conduct the Engaged Encounter program. And that is a marriage preparation course with a slight difference. It is a residential where couples will stay overnight in the retreat house, and it's a very deep course. So we go very step by step. We have a beautiful prayer service on Saturday evening, and they're in the entire atmosphere of just discovering each other. So the entire weekend they're spending with each other. They don't go back home with a different distractions and come back the next day. For that, we have, the resources that come to us is from the US, and it's an international movement. The Engaged Encounter movement is an international movement. Catholic Engaged, it is affiliated to the Catholic Church, and we have the apostolate, as a lay ministry. But for that, we need a lot of dedication, and for your November weekend, it's going to be very difficult. So we suggested to Father, since we are also involved with the Archdiocese for the non-residential, where we give the sessions and the couples come back the next day, we could look at that for the November. And next year, when you're having a next session, we plan a proper way where we train you all, because couples who experience the Engage Encounter feel more fulfilled because they have been together throughout the weekend. We have journeyed with these couples. So many of them have become so close to us. We have, of course, most of them call us for weddings. We don't go for those nuptials. But later on for their children's baptism, and some have become so close that we are family friends. We are godparents for one of their children. It's a beautiful feeling. So that's about the Engaged Encounter. But for now, we will stick to the marriage preparation course where different topics can be covered. So we've just prepared a list of topics. Father, we'll send that to you later, but we'll do a share screen so it'll be easier to explain to you. Okay. You all can see the screen? Yeah. Okay. The Word file. Yeah. Some of them can't see. I'll try and make it a little bit larger. Okay, so we've prepared various topics that should be covered for the course. And the first one, as Francis said, is beginning with understanding themselves, who they are. The identity of all of us is we are a child of God. But through various questions that we take them, we let them discover, because it's not just their name. It's not the title. It's not their designation. It's not their studies. It's not whatever society calls them. But ultimately, our true identity is being a child of God. And when we believe in that, we know that all the obstacles in our life can be overcome. Whether it's marital relationships or financial problems, God is there with us at every step of the way. So that's the first topic that we can cover. The second very important topic that should be covered is communication in marriage. We've realized that a lot of marriages fail because there is lack of communication, or very little communication, or there's not proper communication. Like what we say, there is only surface, like, oh, how was your day? We'll discuss about the newspaper. We'll discuss about the neighbors. We're communicating. But that is not real communication as a husband and wife. We don't go to the feeling level. We don't go to his or her actual desires. So communication is one topic that should be covered. Also, during that topic, we can talk about parents and in-laws, because we don't know whether Nagpur, I don't know whether there are a lot of joint families or nuclear families.
So depending, I don't know how you all are. You all stay with parents, or you all in Bombay, at least we all stay separately. Almost 90% after marriage
Nuclear
move out.
families.
Yeah, they move out from their parents' house and they have their own houses. So I don't know whether in Nagpur and all you all live with your parents.
So this is the topic that, we realized lately, because of the cost of rentals being high, people have started living with parents. So now we're introducing this topic in the MPC also.
Yeah. So because a lot of adjustment, husband and wife have to adjust, and the parents also have to adjust. So it's not 1 + 1, it is 1 + 2 again. So it becomes a lot of adjustment in that. So like we said, no, silent treatment is a giant killer. In many cases that we have seen in the Archdiocese, where, the boy said, I don't know, she's never opened up. Suddenly she wants a divorce. I'm saying, no, they did this. But the guy saying, when did you tell us what we did? No, you all didn't understand. And she didn't want to speak out. So you don't speak out, you just keep quiet and you put yourself everything in your heart, and then you come to the vicar to say, I don't want to be married to this person. So that's why we say it's a silent killer, the giant killer, silent treatment.
Okay, so this could be had on Saturday morning. So each of the top, maybe communication can be broken up into 2 separate sessions, 2 different couples that take it. Because like conflict resolution is another major topic in itself. Like, some people think that they're resolving conflict by being aggressive and fighting. Somebody may think that they're resolving conflict by giving in. Okay, whatever you say, I don't want to hear that bhashan. Whatever you say will do. But that's not really, because you build resentment inside. And then it will come out in a very negative way.
Yeah.
So
what we say is arguments are good, but it should be with a healthy. It should be a healthy argument. You can't have a marriage without both agreeing to each other. There can be a little bit of argument, but it should be healthy. So what type of argument it should be, So you could put some pointers there, what type of argument, or you could make a worksheet where they get to know they themselves right, what type of, and you can also have a worksheet and correct them. See, this you can have, this you can have, this you can have, like that.
So these can be covering up in the morning. Then we tell you within each session how you all could have the format, but topics that need to be covered. We'll share this with you. Okay, we'll give you all this.
This what we have prepared, we'll send to you. Okay.
Then post lunch is on building trust. So it goes now a little step further, because first is themselves, then how they communicate, and then how they grow closer in their love. So what is God's plan? It's a vocation for them. Just as priesthood is a vocation, this is also a vocation of service. And morality is the decisions that they take. The decisions that they take as a married couple have to be morally right as per the values of the church. They have to build trust, because today's day and age, trust is a very important factor, because now with so much of social media, trust is built with various other people at the workplace, but very little is built, because a lot of insecurity then builds up in a couple relationship.
So we are giving you all these topics, but now you all be wondering, how do we present it, right? So the presenting is very simple. Take one of it. You can't take so much. I think your thing is quite nearby. So take some of it. Try to make a thing. You all both have to sit as a husband and wife and take 1 or 2 topics and see how it affects you first. Okay. All these topics that we give the couples are actually, we also living them every day. It is not something new, or we have lived it or become experts in it. We have not that. But you can look at it like, for example, faithfulness in finance, which is here. What you could do is, as a couple, sit down and discuss how do we work on the finance. Okay. So maybe one of you will be in charge of the finance. The other one must be giving in, or you all must be keeping. So this you could put in a small format and share with the participant. Like how we share, like, that she looks into the finance and I don't take much interest in it, even though I work. But I let her, I have trust in her that she can take the finances forward. And then she shares how once in a while, when she put that finance in some shares and there was a loss and she didn't want to tell me, how I opened up and I said it was okay. So now what we have covered is faithfulness in finance and trust. Now, why finance is a very important topic. Now here also one has to be very careful. A lot of couples, the newer couples especially now, are taking loans for everything. So there are couples who have got married and the boy has taken, in one case, a loan for his brother, because the father told him, you can stay in this house, but you buy a house for your brother. After the girl got married and came here, she told the husband that let's move to our own house. Saying, I don't have money, I have brought the house for my brother and this house is for us. So, these are very complex issues, They come, most of the time it comes that one person has used the money for something or the other. So it's best that they open up here. So you can make a questionnaire for them in finance. Like, how
would you like joint accounts or individual accounts?
How much loan have you taken? Do I know how much loan you have taken? Or what would you like to spend your money most on? A house, luxury item, car, like that. You can make a set of simple 8-10 questions. And first let them write individually and then let them share with each other. So they come to know each other, what are they taking. But you have to be the catalyst. You got it, no? You have to tell them how you all have worked on your finances. So they understand something. They will not ape you, but it will give them the confidence to, write themselves truthfully what they have done. So you have to give them something like not upper say, something that is very practical, concrete with you all. So when you give a talk, see that, you touch them. Don't upper se mat dena. Go to the heart and talk to them, and they will open up much more with their partner whom they have come for the weekend.
So in all these topics, you can first give your own life experience. First, for the first part of the topic will always be describing what the topic is about. Like, so like we said, understanding myself, what it means to understand ourselves as a gift we are giving to our spouse. Who are we? Like, we are not the labels, etc. So first is always a description of the topic. The second, we give live examples. So like in the topic of finance, we will talk about initially how we started. Like for Francis and I, because we had built trust, we had joint accounts. But some of the couples here, we tell them that, you all don't know each other too well. So we would not, tell you all to open a joint account. If you all are comfortable, fine. You all could keep single accounts. Maybe for joint expenses, keep a joint account, because this is very important. Many of them have met on shadi.com and stuff like that. And it could be risky.
Yeah. So as your people journeying together, don't give them a concrete, definitive way. Let them think for themselves. Because tomorrow it should not come, Arey, they told us at the MPC and we did a joint account and the girl. Don't take a onus. What I'm telling you is, take a path where you tell what you all have done and tell them you all also as a couple have to discuss how you all want to do it. Leave all the decisions to them. They have come there for a decision making. Basically, a marriage preparation course is basically a discernment course. Yeah. Awareness or discernment. We have seen that at least 4 or 5 couples in the last 10 years who have come and attended the course, after the course found that they were not compatible and they decided not to get married. So not necessary that they come for the MPC to get married. They come for the MPC to understand each other, whether they are compatible also. So your thought process should be in that manner.
And during the course, they might discover more about the partner, and they realize they cannot live with that type of characteristic.
Yeah.
And so we are happy if it breaks off before they get married. So there is no, heartbreaking that, oh, they came for the course and they've broken up. It is in fact a very good sign that they've actually really discovered what their future problems could be.
Excuse me.
Yes.
In case, like, when you all are having a discussion, like open up, we ask the this one spouses, couples to open up to each other. So there are certain issues like, they can't easily open it up, but sometimes we tell them that if you feel comfortable, you open up. So have you now many years you all have into this ministry, have you all found that by opening up, it has helped their relationship little close, or yes,
Father. We, in fact, after most of the sessions, many couples, they say that they've known each other for 10 years before they've come for the course, and they came only for that certificate. And they told us, in a group open feedback when we asked.
have after our program, we have a feedback where couples come on the mic and they tell us. We ask them with what intention you came and how are you going back. Be honest. So at least they're honest to that level that they say we have only come for the certificate. But as they start sharing, they say for 7 years, 10 years, they've been together. But what they learned in the MPC and what they discovered about each other was much more than what that.
Because they were never given a chance. Like when you're quoting, you will not touch upon a topic unless somebody is giving you the time to touch. So good, you brought this point. So what we do is, when in our topic is a 60-minute topic, okay, 60 minutes, 1 hour. Out of it, we talk only for 1/3, 20 minutes.
Maximum, that is.
This is an engaged encounter. MPC is different. So then we give the couples to discuss to write their responses independently for 20 minutes.
Good.
So they are sitting separately, they are writing. So you're writing and you're focused on those questions. And once you're writing, because you're not directly sharing. If you directly share, then in your mind, you will think,
there can be arguments also. So if you give them a topic, they will immediately start arguing, because if it's a touchy topic, the other person won't allow the person to talk. But when you write, there are no distractions. You have to write. Whatever is written, the other person has to read. So it becomes like, an easier way of communication. So they can be free, much more free when they write something.
So we always give them to write independently so that they have managed to express what they want to before the other partner shuts them down. So very often if we just tell them share, it won't work, because one partner will not allow them
the other to
talk.
talk. So there's always be a dominating partner. So we don't want to have that thing in it.
Also, we've come across cases where they don't discuss at that time. They are hesitant. Like, we've got a couple who came to us, for example, in finance, and the other day the boy told us that she is giving money to her parents, and so after marriage, they're getting married in December, and now when they're discussing the wedding plan, she said, no, of her salary 10,000 has to go every month to the parents. So he said, but you never discussed this earlier. This was an arranged marriage. He said, but we are going to take a loan. We are planning to take a loan to buy a house. We need it for the EMI. So sometimes they don't discuss. So now for us also, every time it's a learning that we will tell our new couples now that please discuss, because closer to the wedding, if you afterwards, realize that you'll have to talk about it, it becomes more of a problem. Besides the wedding planning, which is a problem, you have your long term.
And this goes into the wedding, and it goes after the wedding, and then there's a breakup.
So yeah, there will be these practical difficulties.
See, our goal is to build a good marriage, the foundation. So as far as possible, we'll try to do as much as possible to see that they know each other, and at least somewhere they are compatible with each other.
So in each of these topics, so now we've got around, I think, 8 minutes left.
We'll talk about
we can go. So post lunch, then you could have a topic on building trust. We need not put it in communication, and take about what is the true meaning of love. Like what we see on TV, what we hear in the around is infatuation mostly. It's not real love. So true love is actually when you decide to love the person in good times and in bad. So describing to them what love is. So here we give a lot of examples about our couple relationship. Like, we may not like a certain characteristic, a certain trait about our spouse, but how we give in, we don't let our ego stand in the way. And these are practical examples and pointers for them. They could be small things, like, picking up somebody's scarf or doing something. Our ego may tell us, no, each one should do their own job. So this is the way we live out our sacrament.
Then the topic of sexuality and marriage, some of it is given by us and some of it is given by a doctor. I don't know whether you'll have a doctor around the place.
Yeah, we have doctors. So as their availability, we get them. Yeah.
Okay,
because then they take up this topic on NFP, natural family planning.
Yeah, but chastity as a gift and faithfulness has to be taken by a couple.
Yeah.
Or if it's a doctor couple or a married doctor, also sometimes they cover.
They can cover up that. Yeah.
So that covers Saturday. Then Sunday, you could start with the sacrament of matrimony. So when they come fresh on the Sunday morning, they get to know completely what is the sacrament. Again, we can go through what sacraments, because at least in Bombay, honestly, many of the couples last know about catechism is in their confirmation.
Yeah, so they don't even know how many sacraments are there and all.
So it's a good revision in terms of the sacrament, explaining to them how important the sacrament of matrimony is, how it is
different from all the other sacraments. So
yeah, and also in terms of how it is elevated to the position of comparing it to Christ and his church. Christ as the bridegroom and the church as a bride. And so that's the reason why the sacrament of matrimony is so important. And this builds it to them, telling them that this is for life. It's not a contract. So a civil marriage that you get, you can easily have a divorce if those terms and conditions. You don't do this, you don't do that, I cancel. So it's a contract.
Yeah.
Whereas in the sacrament, it is till death do us part.
So when we do the nuptial vows, we take them one by one. What those exactly mean? So I take you and I promise to be loving, the consent. So how the consent is and what it means. So
are you coming here of your free will? So what does free will mean?
Yes, this portion.
Yeah.
Okay, so this portion, some of it we can give you all. We have this consent and all, how we take it forward, that we can give you all this. Sacrament, I think we can give most of it, the talks that we have. Basically, how it's broken up is Saturday is taken for everything else, and Sunday is focused on spirituality and ends with a mass.
Okay, so the sixth topic, again, a priest could do, and a lot of the material from Amoris Laetitia can be explained to them because it's very beautifully put over there. How as a married life, we are witnessing to the world. So if you can notice that the topics go really from within, and then you're spreading out, you're living your life and you're becoming a witness. So spirituality, marriage and your family, how you become a witness to others of God's love. And then you can end with the Eucharist. Okay, so all topics should first have the intro of the topic, your own experiences, covering what are the points. So we have PPT with bullet points so that they can note it down. And then we have reflective questions. Now, all these questions, we just form it on our own. There's no right or wrong because based on our experience. So you need to have around 5 to 6 questions where they reflect on. They write it independently and then share. Also, Father, we want to share with you is that, if you have breakout groups, you want to have breakout groups where you have 5 couples together, then we need to have enough of animators per group.
Yeah, so if you have a group sharing, then you'll have to see how many groups, maybe I think 10 couples we can take.
It is 20.
20 that we are doing 10 only.
Yeah.
So we are currently, I think we are doing 10 now. I think at least that 4 sets of animators you require to guide them. Because otherwise you don't guide them, they'll come with some wrong answers. Just I think the time is up. We'll just
3 minutes are remaining.
what we will do now, we'll log off and log in because only 3 minutes are remaining. So we can talk a little further.
Okay?
It's okay, no?
So all of you will log in?
Yeah.
We'll just
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
We are back. Who else is left? How are you all doing, Francis, Christina? Doing well?
Good. Yeah. How are you all?
All fine. We are doing good. Actually, just the other day, last Saturday, we are attending the other marriage preparation course, TTT. And we had Suez and Natasha over there in that one.
Okay.
They had given
Where was this?
the one that is
Father Milton.
Father Milton. He's
Correct. Yes.
yeah. So the one and Dr. Yolan,
Yes.
because she's met with an accident. So then now Father.
You all are enrolled for that course?
Yeah, it's been going on since almost 6 months now. Even before to Bombay, we were already on that course.
On the Zoom. It's on Zoom.
Yeah, yes, on Zoom. Yeah. Every Saturday they are having it tentatively.
Okay, Christine and Francis, I wanted one question. Like now when we are going to be doing this, we're going to be setting up this the question is, we wanted to know how do you all we all just randomly take up your questions, or do you all sit down like a group and discuss the matter of?
Yeah, it depends. So some of the questions, like when we did the online one, if you saw the videos, like Father said he's seen, that we just did it on our own, but because we were trained also by Dr. Yolan.
Okay.
In terms of it.
So we are both trained animators. So
Okay.
that's why I said the concept and objective module for that.
Okay.
We begin with a starter and, we give real life experiences. So we've trained in that manner. So by now we know how to
what questions to put in.
But otherwise we always in a group discuss. So you bring out topics. So maybe 2 couples can work on one topic. And then, they sit across with each other or sit in groups and share. So it's always, beneficial.
So likewise, we said this group sharing, as father said, no group sharing. One thing you have to be very careful in a group sharing, we have something called herd mentality.
This is for the participants.
For the participants. When you said 10 or small groups,
Yeah.
what happens is, if somebody says something, everyone follows it. So resource people are animators at that time. It need not be any of y'all. Y'all can get those people outside. Y'all will be different, and if you can get people to sit with them, that would be very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, like group sharing, we are talking about the topic of sexuality. So we have a question about watching pornography films. Is it correct or wrong? I don't know whether you all experienced it. One group, to all 10 couples said, yes, it's good.
Yeah. They were.
All 10 of them said,
yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, you get information, you get so much. Now here you have to be careful how, as a guide, you're going to turn that over. So you have to be very skilled in that. That's why I said the question should be framed that you all have an answer to it.
Right.
Like a googly question, but you should have a definitive answer for that. Otherwise, you as a resource people also like, acha, good, you got information now, very good. You are sending the wrong signal. You have to tell them what it means, what you are looking at, object of lust, desire, all that you have to work on that, what you are getting married, for what you are getting married. All these things you have to understand and put it in a way that you don't attack them, but put some sense into it.
Right.
So another way to overcome, because you'll have shortage of time, is you have the breakout room discussion, group discussion with couples from here only animating. But in case the couples are as yet not trained in that topic, because they wouldn't realize, let them discuss from the church's point of view, they would know. But then you can go back to the topic as whoever the speaker and summarize. So what they take home is the summary. And I realize that this is what we're not doing in the MPC. And I will, it just struck me now when we were discussing, we'll tell Father Gavin that the resource person can then summarize what they discussed. So they go on with the right answer. Because while you're discussing, you'll get influenced by the wrong answers as well.
Right. No, that's with regards to participant and resource person.
Yeah.
I wanted to know with regards to contents. For example, you had so many topics. So let's take, family or marriage, for example. Yeah. So how do you all come up with the content, the PPT, the questionnaire? Is that done by all of you all, like all 5-6 of your couples sit down together and come up with each topic, or is it distributed?
What I would suggest, that each couple take one topic.
Two couples take one topic.
One topic, and you all try to see. The thing is, don't go very elaborate into it. Understand there is you don't want to speak for 30 minutes. They'll get fed up, these people. You have to limit yourself to 10-15 minutes max, and don't waver away from the topic. Like as trainers, we can tell you, we tell couples, whenever you are sharing something, don't put something to put yourself up. For example, like, you say, Ari, we went and brought a 3 BHK in Bandra next to Shah Rukh Khan's house. You can't say that. You can say we brought a larger flat. But don't say, we brought a bigger car to suit our family. You want to say like that. But don't go into specifics, because you don't want them to get distracted how big you are. So where your own position comes, just don't put your position anywhere in your talk. But try to be honest when you give the talk. You get it?
Yeah. So if we are sharing a topic about decision making and we're discussing which holiday to go for, so we don't generally will talk about, should we go to Spain and
like that.
Singapore or whatever.
So we say we decided to go for a holiday, and then this happened. So we don't specify where we went and how we went. We went by this flight. That we don't have to say that. You only have to give them that we went for a holiday and this was the decision we took. That should we go like this? Should we go during the children's holiday? Or should one person stay home to look after the mother and 3 can go? Why waste? It's a decision-making process. So you're giving a topic, you're saying about the true topic, but you're not wavering their mind away. Oh, they were supposed to go to Spain or, Italy or something like that. Don't give them the names. Let them understand there was a topic about a holiday and this was how you discussed. And then you mutually took it under agreement that we will do it in such and such manner.
So even the questions that you come up with, we are there to guide you also. Even if you all write your material, the thing is that why Nobody gives us a material. We just get the outline like we've given you, because when you speak, it will come from the heart. And the couples will get convinced what you're speaking. You're not coming to give a lecture that they could read from the internet also.
And another difficulty I'll tell you, as how we are resource people, no? My talks is written by her, okay? I don't have time to write my talks. But if I have to read what she has written, no, I'll start stammering, I'll start muttering. So I take what she has written, और हमारा दिमाग में जितना बैठ सकता है ना, उतना वर्ड्स ही डालता है. She put some very elaborate words. I can't pronounce, I can't say that much. सब bouncer जाता है. So then I put, you have seen me talking, right? I talk sometimes English, Hindi, put 1 or 2 jokes in between. That's how I am. I like to be fun. So she writes for me, but I write it myself afterwards so that I am fluent. Now, suppose I have to give any of you all the talk, you will come across as you are stuttering, or you can't figure out what it is. Like we have seen that happening with couples who have said, "Are please help us out, give your talk at least." And when they speak, you can make out he's reading some science novel which he himself cannot understand. So best is, don't have to be a great speaker, don't have to be a great writer. Write from your heart. Jo samjha utna likho, but be perfect in that. You'll be very happy doing that. And what happens, I'll tell you after this. That as you give the topic every time, you'll find yourself making progress. Okay, you started from 4 lines, now you'll go to 8 lines, then you'll make a little more interesting. The topic will keep on changing when you write, because the example will keep on changing as you grow more and more. No, you say, I can give this example, I can give this example. You will grow within yourself in that.
And after we finish writing, then we prepare with the PPT. So the PPT is later. First is the content that we have, and also what we realize is like this time we had a little drama. So I'll tell Father tomorrow when we talk about gift of self. So it started off, the topic that we were given to present was gift of giving ourselves to our spouse. And so we had a little enactment. So
yeah,
Francis,
so we wrote that topic, I think, in what? 5 days, 7 days?
No, yeah.
Less
than that.
Less than that, 2 days, because we had gone to Kurg for a holiday. We came in the night and next day the topic, time hi nahi tha. So we had to make the topic in such a way that we can present it without stuttering. You got now, when I say you write to how much you can understand, it is not possible to write a big litany and then try to be convincing. Try to be to the point. So when we started the topic, we started with that we had a gift in my hand, So we did a little bit of an action. Where is the gift?
The inside of that.
Okay. The gift is still here. Okay.
On Saturday.
Here is the gift. Okay. So I went, this bag was there, correct. This bag was also there. Jula mein hath dala, I removed. I said, darling, I brought a gift for you. So then what she said?
I said, yeah, it's not my birthday, it's not an anniversary. What's in it? Like,
why
you brought it for me?
I don't know what's in it. Somebody was selling a gift, so I brought it for you.
But you just pick up anything and random and give it if you don't know what is in it.
Yeah, why are you worried? It's a gift, no? It can be anything. See, when I give you a gift, don't give you a gift, you make so much tamasha. When I give you a gift, you're so inquisitive about it. So then we ask the audience the question after this, that how many of y'all would like a gift which neither the giver or the receiver knows what is in it? Kuch kya malum hai kya hai? How many? So nobody raised the hand because nobody wants to receive an unknown gift, no?
It could be stones inside.
Yeah. So then we say maybe there was a brick inside which could have been helpful to a mason, or there could have been wood inside which could have been helpful to a carpenter. But otherwise, we don't like to give a gift to each other which we don't know. That's how I make a gift of myself, no? And then we went to the
topic that marriage is giving a gift to the other. Giving of ourselves. Now, if I don't know myself, how can I gift myself to Francis? I'll be giving him all the junk, whatever I think it is. But once I know myself, who I am, and I am a unique child of God, I become more loving in my gift to him. So I'm reminded that I am a gift to him and not just dumped onto him. So
okay, and all these topics, one thing you have to realize, these are interchangeable. So a priest can say, a couple can say. So when you form topics, when you form content, it should be something which we call neutral. Okay, so it should be something, a marriage preparation course should not be by itself very stern. This one will say this one. It can be a free flowing thing, So it's comfortable, because there will be a time when of 8 only 2 will be there, and they'll have to manage all that. and always the topics have to go in a rotating basis. No one person to stick with one. So everyone becomes conversant. And then, it becomes very easy because, you never know what comes up in the way. Okay.
Yeah, there are many cases, last minute people will say, sorry, we couldn't come.
Yeah. So somebody has to be ready with that. You cannot stop a program because a resource person is not made.
And the most important thing is, before we start any of our writing, we always pray that the Holy Spirit guides us, because we don't want to speak what we want to.
So very important, it should come from the heart. ये सच बात है. Don't write because you are a very good writer. Write because it comes from dil se.
And the Holy Spirit really gives us what to write. So sometimes at the end of it, we wonder what we've written. Honestly, it's not that we thought of it and not that we have better brains. But with the Holy Spirit, He prompts that, you have to cover this or use this example. And sometimes, often, at least for me, in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping, I suddenly remember, oh, but I must cover this. And then, of course, I can't sit to write, but I set a reminder on my phone. This is what I have to cover.
So I will share something, since Father Sabi is starting this new thing. I will share something with you, all of you all. When we started MPC, we started after 2 years of COVID, right? After 2 years, we started. And by that time, many resource people were not there. The flow had disappeared because, we are having on Zoom, but the flow of the actual offline one had broken down completely because people were not there, some office staff left and all that. So there was a big confusion. We started exactly how y'all are starting. Exactly the same way we have started. We had a meeting, we found out this, we started somewhere. So the first 1, 2, 3 were our stepping stones. But by the time we came to the 4th weekend, we were all pakka somewhere. So don't be very disappointed that pehle wale mein aage niklega. It will take you first, second, third. Third mein you will be there somewhere. So y'all will polish. So we also had started somewhere and it got polished along the way. So don't worry about that.
So Francis, now how to we get organized, as you say that two couples can take one topic. So each couple can write, and then how they will have to do some kind of a demo or something, so that you could guide them or something, or is it that type? How can we?
Okay, the thing is that, as we mentioned, we are tight on time. Just 1 minute, Father. I'll just send you this file so that you'll all have the
what we are discussing.
The outline.
We are sending on the chat only, so
you can download it from here. Just now the topics that we put up, and then we will.
Okay, we have sent it on the chat, so you all can download from there.
So you all could decide which topics you all want to take and start writing, because this week we are really busy. But let everybody write down their thoughts, rough draft, whatever it may be. And if you all send it to us, somewhere, I'm sure all of you have time during Diwali week. So we'll try and make time, say after the 26th, to go through what you all have done. Add more meat to it if it needed,
some questions,
more volumes.
What about tweaking we can do?
We will help you with that.
Very good.
So once you write, at least it comes from your end, we'll help you all to rephrase it if required. Maybe it is the best that you'll already know. And then you all can work on the PPT. Send us what is the PPT that you'll want, where you need guidance. We'll have another session later, but we don't want to waste this 1 week because you'll have hardly any time. So that's why we're giving you the topics, you'll write.
So even that topic, now there are too many subtopics also. For the time being, what you all do, take how much you all can. Okay. Aisa nahi hai that all 6, don't take it, because then you will not end up anywhere. Take what you all are comfortable with that. So you have got 5 or 6 main topics in that. The subtopics, maybe 2 or 3 of that. And later on, you all can, as you all grow, you all can put more and more meat into that.
Yeah. The questionnaire, questions, which we saw in Mumbai, being used for discussion. So if we have the copies of these questions, we can also use it.
Gavin, I think, he has prepared his own.
See, the thing is, a problem will happen with that questions. They are called paradoxical questions, So basically, they don't have a right answer. They are the wrong questions. It's meant for the Bombay type of people who are little, I don't know, super smart or whatever. No, you can't categorize. It's made for that demography of Bombay, those questions. Basically, most of those questions, if I have to put it, are wrong. And the
it's
participants,
just getting you to think about it.
they are wrong.
Challenging you
it's challenging you to think the right thing. So we would not, if you think that your guys, like, they said no pornography is good for something. It's like that.
If they go by whatever,
it's my written. God, they'll say, we got from the church, pornography is good for you. If they show their parents, will become a problem. You got it, no? That there's one of that question, pornography is good for you. Basically, it's not good for you. Correct? They are called to challenge it. So we don't want, let's make it a thing that Nagpur will be comfortable with. So we can prepare those questions if you want, if you all can.
We can help you. So you'll get from the topics, like say for communication, you can mention one of the topics, we'll just give you a list, like what is my communicating style in a conflict? So let them reflect. Or generally in a conflict, like for real example, I'm a quiet one, I will bury it. Or Francis will be forthcoming.
I can talk a lot when there's an argument. So I'll keep on talking.
He will speak his mind out, and left, right, center. So whereas for me, if there's a conflict, I will shy away from it. So what is your style of conflict resolution or communication?
So even conflict, if you all can get a small movie clip where a couple is arguing, and then you can ask the couples what you found right or wrong while they were arguing. You got it? So they will give you the answers, what was right or what was wrong there.
Everybody knows what is right, but when it comes to ourselves, often we don't do it.
So then that can be a group. That can be a group discussion if you can get a movie clip where they're arguing, and then the couples themselves say, no, you are shouting, or she was saying this, or she was saying that. So you can work on those things.
Also, what is our family background? So what about my family background do I like, and I want to bring it into our new family? So that they're going to think about it. What are the things that I do not want to bring? Or what are my fears about the future? Or in finance, we could have a question as we said, no, do you want to have a joint account? Am I comfortable with having a joint account with you? Or what are the loans that I have currently? Then write specifically, what are my outgoings every month that I have to give out, whether it's to parents, whether it's an EMI. So all those questions is where they actually have to get time to write and then later on share. So each of the topic, if you have it, like we said, 1 hour, so 15-20 minutes is what we talk, 20 minutes, let them write. So many often in the beginning, they're not used to writing. So the first session, you will see after 5 minutes, they're looking all around. But then we remind them that please write. This time is for you to only write. You will not get this time again. And then by the fourth, fifth session, they are used to writing.
So we did this small exercise, gift of myself, that we are unique to each other. We said, just close your eyes. And then we said, just think of one thing, what you are feeling right now. One thing. You may be feeling bored, you may be feeling tired, feeling happy, excited. We give them a lot of words when their eyes are closed. And then we said, open your eyes and now share with your partner what you are thinking. Or what was that feeling that you thought? Were you bored? Were you happy? And each of them were interacting, laughing, and God knows what they were doing. And then I told them a simple concept, you all came for the same purpose. You all came to the same venue, the Other Salvation Church, for a marriage preparation course. You are sitting in the same hall. But look at it, all of you all are thinking differently. Why? Because you are unique. So, a simple concept that we put through them. So something like that you all can work on. Now, this pointers we will give you also. Some छोटा-मोटा game beam ना डाल देंगे हम लोग इसके अंदर.
For each topic, something or the other will come up that we have. So also in terms of communication, so we tell them at that moment
itself. We'll show them that exercise of giving space.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we'll do that exercise. Okay, we'll do an exercise. Okay, so we tell couples to face each other. Okay, and we say hold hands like this. Okay, now come very far, stand wherever you all want, and when I say right, put your right hand. When I say left, put your left hand. Okay, and they are standing very comfortably. Then we say come little closer. Then we come little closer, and again we do that right, left, like that. Okay, then we say come as much as close as possible. And now do right, left. And then they start falling over each other. Now, what does this exercise say? It's a very simple exercise. It says that in marriage, you have to give space to each other. If you are too close to each other, you will throw each other down. So you have to let them give space for them to grow.
And even if you're too far away, you all will not connect.
So you have to give them. So these are small things you all will learn over the way. We have also learned somewhere else. Okay, and you will find some exercise here and there. There are some songs that we can share with you all. You all can sing with them those songs. So I think.
So before each talk, you could start with a song. Like this time, we did it after the talk. So Gift of Self, we realized that there was this nice hymn.
I gift myself to you.
Yeah.
I gift myself to whatever. Yeah. So that song also we'll share. So there are some
we
songs
got them
that
to hold hands.
yeah, we'll give you all some of the songs, some action songs. So in between,
I accept you from the hands of my Lord. You are God's gift to me, a beautiful gift.
So we can put some songs also, some exercises also. So you have to make it very interactive,
And you will come out with your creativity.
Yeah, once you all start the first tune, I think you all will come up here. You're all smart people here. You have to see everyone's face, huh? Only now 4 faces we are seeing. And one young boy called Pinto. Okay, that's nice. Very nice. All Nagpur people we can see now. Okay.
And
otherwise
Amravati also.
Amravati. Okay, Amravati. Okay. So nice to see all of you all.
So Francis and Christian.
Yeah.
So lovely and so lively, and almost 1 hour you talked to us, yeah, and we didn't get bored up at all. We didn't get bored. No, there was no boring at all. So that is a good message you have given to all the couples present, even including fathers also. We have got one more father also attending. Father Anthony is Archbishop's secretary. He's also there. So he is a good musician. So I thought take 1 or 2 fathers also. And of course, most of our couples who have joined today, they are seniors and they have contributed a lot for the church in Nagpur actually. Wow. So we're privileged and we're very happy that at this point of time, they'll have come forward. Of course, I had to tell them repeatedly, but I'm very happy that finally they have come. So I thought maybe 1 or 2 couples may come, but we have almost some 5-6 couples alone from our diocese. And then from Amravati also Father Swami has brought. So I'm sure that we will definitely pick up something, and very grateful to you, very happy that you are willing to continue to support us, like even meticulously going through what we'll be sending to you. That is very nice. That's what we require actually. And as you kept telling us that, you should not speak more than 10 minutes. People get bored up. So that's what we saw. You keep changing, like each one. You spoke 5 minutes and the other one speak. So that is what kept us really attentive. I'm very, very grateful to you. And then since you will be busy this week, we thought of meeting you tomorrow. But if it is not possible, maybe later. If tomorrow, if it is not convenient for you, maybe we can meet later also. Not necessary that we have to.
Yeah. So what we could do now, we can send the questions to you. The format we have already sent, and something if you all have written, then the next meeting that we can have, we could share something on that.
Yeah. So can we decide a date next meeting? Can we just fix a date?
Yeah.
It should be a weekday around this time only. So it is.
Next week, there are a lot of holidays. So Diwali holidays, I don't know if people are traveling.
Yeah.
So you tell us, Father, we will...
Any weekday around this time is good for us.
Yeah, weekday.
So what about 20, when is the marriage? This week you'll have this yet,
Yeah, this week. Yeah, the wedding is till Sunday. Sunday is the last day. Wedding is on Saturday, but we have something on Sunday.
Is it okay on 25th?
Yeah, 25th.
It's a Diwali day.
Yeah.
Diwali. 26th.
Most of us are in retreats.
Retreats are there. Okay. So post that, I think then 27th is post Diwali.
Post Diwali better, like little gap, so that by then we can prepare also.
Okay.
We get time to write.
Yes, right. Okay.
Yeah. So you can write also, and we'll also try to get some material for y'all, some songs and fillers. So
Yeah.
then there'll be some sort of a
But
format.
once you're right, we will go on that way and guide you. So it will make sense.
Yeah.
27th or
Fine. 27th is
27th
okay.
Thursday?
27th is Thursday.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Yep, that's fine by us as well.
8 o'clock, same time, right?
Same time will be okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, anybody would like to say?
And the couples could speak.
Yes, I want to say thank you, Francis and Christine. It has been very nice listening to you and to everybody who's here. Hopefully, we'll take it forward.
Yeah, we have a vision that whatever we give, those people also should take it somewhere else. That's our vision always, to give and take it forward from there.
Hopefully, and we do it well.
Thank you so much.
Will.
It reminded us of our own marriage preparation course.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. We are married 31 years.
31, oh wow. Yeah, and honestly, the blessings that you all also would have experienced being in the ministry and helping with the church is tremendous. And we see our children also